It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday. Here we go. It is a decent week so far, weather-wise, after the storms over the weekend, and we're moving right along. So let's do some news.
All right. The 4-year-old Springfield student who had a loaded gun in his backpack at school last year. Now a man and woman are charged in that case with a felony, no less. Connor Johnson and Samantha Murphy are charged with felony level child endangerment. A teacher found the gun when she reached in the backpack to get an extra set of clothing out and saw that there was a loaded gun in there. Called police. The man in the case, Mr. Johnson, said that he stuck it in there while they were playing at Jordan Valley Park at the water park and just had forgotten to take it out. Honestly, not sure exactly what the relationship is between these two adults, man and woman, and the child. But
you assume there's some sort of guardianship there, or
right?
parent.
Yes, that is my assumption, but that is not, part of the official record yet.
I don't know that yet. Yeah. Okay. The State Highway Department, this is something because we've told you about it coming. Now it's going to be delaying a project to tear down the bridge on Sunshine Street near Scenic and build a new one. So it's causing some consternation. Many businesses in that area are not happy about the delay because they've been ramping up for this and they'd just like to get it over with. Engineers say there's a few more safety measures that they have to take care of, and they didn't have everything in place like they initially thought that they did and would. So now the project will start between 2 weeks and that's at the soonest, 2 weeks from now and a couple of months from now. It could be because of that delay. So crews will the project is to raise the road right there, add new sidewalks, put better drainage from Scenic to Kansas Expressway. So it's going to be a big deal. Sunshine Street in that area will be closed for quite a while, but not yet because it's delayed.
Right. All right. Between here and Arkansas, 25 tornadoes have been confirmed. In fact, one of them in Arkansas, Diaz, Arkansas, actually was super close to being an EF5, 190 mile per hour winds. That would be here in the Ozarks, closer to the Ozarks, is Izard County, Arkansas. They had an EF4. Just over a dozen people were killed. Actually, some reports say 16. So there's like a differing number between Missouri and Arkansas, depending on which publication you are looking at to source. But either way, a very deadly and dangerous Friday night around Missouri and Arkansas and elsewhere.
Convoy of Hope has been serving 17 communities, most of them in Missouri, but Missouri and Arkansas with supplies, and down in Bakersfield over the weekend. And it was a powerful EF3 that hit there.
Meanwhile, another area that was hit was Rolla, and a business got hit in Rolla by the tornado. And then it got hit by thieves who were looting. Yikes. 2 men from Newburgh are now charged with stealing about $1,200 worth of stuff, specifically privacy fence panels. For whatever reason, officers caught the guys on the spot, actually, as they were out patrolling. Both of them had already been in trouble with the law, had kind of a rap sheet, if you will. One of them also admitted to having drugs on them.
Well, good for the police for being out there and just to keep their eyes open and spotting them, right?
The looters feel like insult to injury. I remember there's so many different types of stories, not just natural. I mean, some of them mostly natural disasters, but also during Ferguson, there was looting happening after, as business owners were trying to like keep their store intact with everything that was happening. And it's like, insult to injury whenever you're already down. So,
well, and you don't think of our area when you think of things like that. We usually, and I saw it down in Bakersfield and West Plains, numerous people, dozens of people coming together to help those who have been affected by tornadoes, not take advantage of their situation. So it's sad, but I think it's probably a one-off. I don't think that's I
don't think that's a norm either. And honestly, it sounds like with these two characters, they might have been
lifestyle.
Using like at the time. I mean,
drugs.
So that's what it sounds like. Yes.
Well, it's a bummer. Speaking of tornadoes, tomorrow is the day. Sarah and I have been waiting for this documentary to come out. Maybe you have too, but there's going to be a documentary that drops, as the kids say, on Netflix tomorrow about the Joplin tornado. It's called The Twister Caught in the Storm. It's going to focus on graduating seniors from high school that day. The graduation ceremony was right before the tornado. I mean, unbelievable on that Sunday night. Back in 2011, 161 people killed in that tornado 14 years ago, coming up in May.
Yeah. I mean, we were
It's
there
interesting. Oh, yeah.
like
We both
hours after it hit. I will never forget it.
Well, I've seen a lot of damage in a lot of places. I have never to this day seen anything worse or even comparable to Joplin. It was mind-boggling to see it, honestly.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is kind of a trend that we're seeing among some big chains across the country, but Forever 21 could be soon going away. You know, they have a store in the Battlefield Mall. The parent company has filed for bankruptcy, did so over the weekend. So we still don't know what the future holds for the Springfield store. Forever 21 has not announced that at this point, but the company's not in good shape.
Right. Yep. We'll see if it closes down. Many of them are, but there were a couple of years ago, they filed for bankruptcy also, and the Springfield location is still open. So we'll see. Okay. Clean Green Springfield is cleaning up the city. Volunteers primarily make that happen. The citywide cleanup effort started in 2021. And on Monday, volunteers got out and about. They were helping put down mulch and plant flowers along Commercial Street, sprucing it up, beautifying the area. They have several more opportunities for you to get out there and help. You can check them out at cleangreensgf.com. cleangreensgf.com. So that would be fun.
Boy, it was a good day to get outside and do a little work in the dirt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got windy.
So nice. Monday, Tuesday. So yesterday, today, and then Wednesday, Thursday, it's a little bit chillier. And then Friday seems nice again. I looked at the temperatures for the entire week because it's spring break for many people.
That's right. And if you need a refresher on that, Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather is coming up right after us. But before that, Missouri State women's basketball coach Beth Cunningham says she will stay on as the Lady Bears head coach next season. There have been some questions about it. She was asked directly and said, I should be there. The team plays this Thursday night in the women's basketball invitation tournament. First round game against Oral Roberts at 6:30 over at Great Southern Bank Arena on the campus of Missouri State. Coach Cunningham was named the Missouri Valley Conference Coach of the Year. And the Bears.
And I think when that happens, then there are questions about, are you sticking around or not?
Well, other teams who didn't do quite as well want to poach.
Yeah. And who could blame them? That's how it works.
She says, after a season like that, I think I'll be back. So she has some more to prove, I think, and trying to get to the NCAA tournament, which they didn't get to this year, unfortunately. They didn't finish real strong in the Missouri Valley tournament. Of course, next year they'll be in Conference USA, which is a whole different league, literally.
Right. Yep. Literally. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay. This Wednesday, tomorrow, is the movie matinee, the Wednesday movie matinee. So much fun at the Gilloys. They are showing the 1969 film, The Wild Bunch. Are you familiar?
No, I have never seen The Wild Bunch, so maybe I had to sneak over there on Wednesday.
Maybe you need to, because you're getting close to the age.
Well, it's not
closer.
I mean, anybody can go, but it's the older folks that get in for free and get free popcorn, which is
it's the older folks who are off at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday.
That's true.
You know
not
I mean?
this
It sounds
week.
glorious, to be honest with you.
There's more people off this week.
That's true. That's true. So maybe this is the week that you pack out the Gilloys, standing room only or something.
Yeah.
But the showtime is 2 p.m. The ticket and concession voucher combos are available. That includes the movie, a snack, and a beverage. Also, seniors 60 years old plus senior citizens get a free combo ticket with proof of ID upon arrival. You cannot be lying about your age. You got to show them your ID. So fun.
Gray hair doesn't
Honestly,
count. Everybody's
it's
gray
fun.
these days.
And they do trivia before the movie starts. So the doors open at 1 and you should go at 1 because the trivia is just fun.
They're good
Like
brain
it's like
exercise.
in the movie theater, which is really great.
Mhm.
Okay, finally this was a really hot topic. A few months ago we announced it initially with the Branson Wings of Pride Air Show. They'll be coming to Branson. They are adding an additional day to their performance. So now it will be taking place August 30th, August 31st, and September 1st. So 3 days because they've added a day. So get excited about that. The Branson Wings of Pride will share all of the lineup of performers, including the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptor, the U.S. Army Golden Knights, and then a host full of additional people. But those are the ones. Those are the biggies. And it's going to be a great time. They also, on August 29th, so before the air show portion is taking place, they are having a party, a community party at the Branson Landing. So
That's fun. Yeah.
it is fun. We got to see them in Kansas City 5 years ago.
The Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels. And it was phenomenal. It'll make you nervous, makes you a little bit nervous. They're flying, I don't know, 600 miles per hour, and they look like they're an inch away from the plane next to them.
Inches, but yes.
Inches. But it's honestly terrifying, but really cool. And it makes you appreciate the military even more than you already do because you recognize how much training that must take.
Well, you know, when I flew with the
you got problems. If there's any pilot who has a sneeze, I don't even know what happens. I don't want to know.
Well, I can tell you from my experience of flying with the F-16 United States Air Force Thunderbirds many years ago that my training lasted.
You keep talking. I got something to grab.
My training consisted of about 45 minutes of training, and then they stuck me right in that jet, and I was good to go. Basically, they said, you sit here, and we'll strap you in, and when you have to throw up, take off the helmet to throw up. And I followed those instructions perfectly, threw up in the bag, and then said, take me back down, please. I'm done. Because once you get sick, there I am. Look at me. You know what? You can't even see it on this, but
I just felt like everybody needed to see. This is Ethan standing on the wing of a plane, and his hair looks good.
Top Gun.
He looks like Top Gun. He looks a little bit like Top Gun. And then about 5 minutes after this picture, he promptly puked.
Well, I have on the wall right next to that. I have the before and after. But
I know. Did you want me to get that one?
No, you don't need to. But on
you
the
look a little rough.
On the F-16, right next to my hand, it says foreheads.
Yeah, they did. They put his name on there
on the F-16. It was unbelievable.
So for all the actual pilots, again, back to the actual military pilots, it just will make you.
They're very few, Sarah. They're very few. Me.
It
and
will
just
make you
a handful of other guys.
It will make you appreciate the military even more than you already do. I'm telling you, it's crazy how close they are. But there you go. Happening in Branson. Write the dates down.
I'm not done with my story. We pulled 9 Gs, which is the max that you can pull. And I was on my way to passing out, but I did not pass out. And they gave me a pin for it. And it was a whole ceremony afterwards. So it was pretty big time. I'll tell you that.
It's good. It's good. All right, people. August 30th, August 31st, September 1st. Those are the 3 days of the air show. But again, the day right before that, the August 29th, there will be a community party at the Branson Landing. So good times. And
then make sure you check out the podcast after that air show, because I will be giving you my thoughts on the performance.
Oh man, no. You know what you're reminding me of right now? Sorry, this is too much. I know. Brian Williams. Remember, like he ended up getting canned for some similar, like taking credit for something that he was not.
He lied about. He lied about somewhere that he said he was, and they were taking fire and they weren't.
Yeah. I don't even
But I
remember
did.
the story.
I did.
I vaguely remember the story. I just know that you were indeed flying with them, but you were most definitely not trained at all.
I was trained. I had like 45 minutes of training. I had to get there early.
45 minutes.
You know what they
These
told me
people
to do
been-
as part of the training? They told me to eat. Here's what you do. The night before, in the morning of, you eat bananas. And I
Yeah.
said, okay. So I had like 6 bananas. I'm ready to go. And afterward, we landed. I puked all over the place. And I said, what was with the bananas? It didn't stop me from puking. And they said, oh, it's not to stop you from puking. It's just so that it's the same going down and coming up. I said, oh, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know how our military people do it. I really don't. I mean, I love the best roller coasters in the world, but like they pale in comparison. And I could have puked a few days ago at Silver Dollar City, to be honest with you.
You'd have been a mess in that F-16.
Believe it. Yeah, I was fine till I had children, and something happened with my equilibrium. Just letting you know. I don't know what that was about, but
okay.
Alrighty. Well, big gulps. Well, see you later.
See you later.
You know that movie?
Of course, Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Let's let the people get on with their day.
Yeah, get on with your day, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday. It is March 18th. And once again, the big story of the day today is going to be high fire danger with red flag warnings for the Ozarks. Winds gusting 40 to even 50 miles an hour today. It's much warmer to start this morning, with temperatures actually starting out in the 50s. Closer to an average high temperature for mid-March, but we will see numbers that get back close into the upper 70s, near 80 degrees for high temperatures today. So a warm one indeed, but it's also going to be windy. So big heads up to you. If you're going to be spending any time outdoors, or you think, oh, that sounds nice for a walk, prepare for the wind to be in your face for some time. It will be much like yesterday and very gusty through the course of the afternoon. Once again, we've got that elevated to significant fire danger across the Ozarks, and this is really going to be persistent through much of the week. I have several days with high fire danger in the forecast, and it's talking extreme or even critical fire danger back in much of the Southwest today. Incredibly dry ground conditions. Of course, we have the low relative humidity combined with the gusty winds. I don't need to say it again, but the big concerns are for wildfires to start and then just become unstoppable because they take off so quickly in these types of conditions. This is not the week to do any burning. Save it for another time when we've had some more moisture, when we see relative humidity come up a little bit. Today, I think we could see peak winds gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour. That's not with thunderstorms. That's just the wind itself. I have no rain in the forecast today and not even much in the way of cloud cover. I do expect that those relative humidity values will be down near 20, even 30%. So very low relative humidity. The air is dry, but we see some moisture return to the Ozarks as soon as tomorrow with our next round of rainfall that I'm expecting. Speaking of rainfall, there's also some snowfall. Yes, hard to believe with high temperatures near 80 today that we could see some snowflakes as we head into Wednesday night and early Thursday. Yes, we will see snowflakes. Will we have any impact from that? No, it is going to be too warm. Ground temperatures too warm. So I am not expecting any impacts or accumulation from the snowflakes, but rain will likely change to snowfall. And then we'll be dealing with a cooler pattern definitely as we head into the second half of the work week forecast. I am expecting that we see temperatures that are a bit on the cool side as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but still nothing too cold for this time of the year. We've just been above average. We don't typically get all of these 70 and even 80-degree days that we've had already in the month of March. High fire danger, though, will be pretty persistent through the rest of the week. We hold on to that high fire danger through the rest of the work week forecast. High temperatures today, near 80 in Springfield. Strong winds. Some cloud cover will work its way in by the afternoon, and then clouds should be in place tomorrow. Very strong winds on Wednesday, and that chance for light rain and snow moves in late, I'm thinking after sunset. We will then see the sunshine return in full force on Thursday, but temperatures will be cooler Thursday everywhere with highs back into the 50s under mostly sunny skies. So things are changing as we head closer to the end of the work week forecast. Around the country, there's a lot making headlines today. It's light to moderate snowfall for the Central Plains into the upper Great Lakes. It's the same storm system that's going to bring us some snowfall as we head into tonight. Wednesday night, but we won't see accumulation from that. Temperatures will then be 15 to 25 degrees above average for parts of the Central Plains. We'll feel the effects of that warmth here in the Ozarks today. We've also got the critical fire weather risk that I told you about for much of the high plains and much of the Southwest as well, dealing with that high fire danger. All right, time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. We had that big dust storm in the country last Friday, and the question that I had for you was, dust storms in the United States occur most frequently in the which month? Do you think it's A, in the spring, B, in the summer, C, in the fall, or D, in the winter? Well, even though we had one last week and it made some headlines, and we frequently see some in the springtime, it's actually summer in the United States where we see most of the dust storms happen here, particularly from June to September. These are the months where dust storms are most prevalent, and most of them happen in the Southwest U.S. Dust storms can occur anytime, so it can happen in any season, but it's most frequent during the summer when it's very dry and arid, which is common for the Southwest. So states like Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Texas and Colorado, this is kind of a normal part of their weather forecast when it comes to summertime temperatures with the dry climate and the frequent high winds. So congrats. If B, summer was your guess, that is the correct answer. Here's the question that I have for you tomorrow. How many days on average do we see high temperatures above 70 degrees in March? And this is for Springfield. So do you think it's A, 0 days, B, 2, C, 6, or D, 14? This is not this year. This is on average. In a typical year, how many days would we see high temperatures above 70 in the month of March? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you to John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy the warm temperatures if you don't mind the wind. High fire danger in the Ozarks today. Rain changing to snow tomorrow night. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. We'll chat tomorrow.